Hey guys, this is Dog Canyon Campground at Guadalupe Mountains National Park. This is one of two car campgrounds in the park, and if you're looking for solitude, this is definitely the one for you. You've got to drive quite a ways around the park to get over to the north side to Dog Canyon Campground. So I'll give you a quick look around at everything there is at Dog Canyon, as well as some of the campsites and the trails that'll lead out of this campground. So let's take a look at Dog Canyon Campground. So Dog Canyon has gone to a totally online reservation system. You can no longer pay in cash and reserve a site at the campground, which is pretty crazy because you can't get a cell phone signal here. And so if you don't have signal here and you can't get on their Wi-Fi, which they do have, or if you don't have a cell phone, then you're kind of out of luck, and it says you need to go back to somewhere where you can get phone service and call and or try to get online. That's a long way to drive to not be able to get a campsite, but they may be able to work something out. So this little small building here is the ranger station here at Dog Canyon, and it's only staffed intermittently, so probably not going to be anybody there when you get here. I've only ever seen somebody in there one time out of all the times I've been here, and yeah, so that's the ranger station. That is where the Wi-Fi comes from, though, so that's where you're going to get your best signal to get Wi-Fi. There's a payphone up there. I don't know if it works. I know probably 5 years ago they said it didn't work and it wasn't working. They didn't know when it was ever going to get fixed. So I wouldn't count on that. These houses back there are rangers' houses. And then this gravel road is the way you would have come in if you were driving in from New Mexico into the Dog Canyon Campground. So right now I'm standing in one of the small parking areas for the tent campground. And looking back that way, that's the way you would have driven in. That's the ranger's house there on the left, and then the little ranger station right in the middle with the antenna sticking up. And so you have a few parking spots here, one handicap spot. Here's an information center. If you keep on driving up that direction, you'll get to the horse corrals and where you would stay if you were boondocking in a camper. Straight in the center of the shot on the other side of that big tree, there's another small little parking lot for the tent camping area. And then this area right here, this is all of the tent camping sites. You can see that is a bathroom right there, and it does have like flushable toilets. It's not a pit toilet. They have a dishwashing station. And I'll walk you through the tent campsites and show you what those look like. So here's the bathrooms. They have a men's and women's. They're actually pretty decent bathrooms. Fairly clean. Couple drinking fountains there. They do have a place to fill up water if you have jugs to fill up farther up the hill. Here is a dishwashing area. Picnic area right down the hill. And then these start the tent camping sites. This is site number 1, number 2. Fairly close together, not much privacy, but you don't really need much out here at Dog Canyon because, as you can tell, there's nobody out here. Generally, I'd say you're going to be one of the only people out here. I think there was one other tent out here with me tonight or last night, and I've stayed out here before for a couple days and never seen anyone, including a ranger, before. So you have 6 campsites along this back area, and I think number 5 and number 6 are a couple of the better ones down there in the corner, and you get plenty of shade. You do have this wash or creek bed that runs right back behind the campsites. Just very beautiful mountains all the way around. And there's another level of tent camping sites up above this, and we'll walk up to those.
So this is a little better look at campsite number 5, which definitely has the most shade. Be a good one during summer. And then you have number 6 right over there in the corner, where you're going to get the most privacy if there was other people here. See all the wildflowers. It is toward the end of the monsoon season, so they've been getting lots of rain out here. See a tent pad right down this direction. None of these are a very far walk from the parking area, so you don't really have to worry too much about that. This one here is wide out in the open. Lots of views. This is campsite number 8. Lots of views, but not much shade. This one would be pretty warm during summertime. This is tent pad number 9. And you have a pretty good amount of shade, and the road is right there. You don't have to worry about a lot of traffic because not a lot of people are driving through here. And then here is the last tent campsite. This is a handicap accessible site. It's got a paved sidewalk all the way to it and an elevated tent pad. This is number 7, and it is kind of out in the open, but you should get some afternoon to evening shade from these trees right here.
So just like over at Pine Springs Campground and everywhere else in the park, there are no fires here at Guadalupe Mountains National Park. Just bring your canister fuel, stoves if you're wanting to cook up a hot meal.
So this is the larger parking lot for the tent camping area. If you're staying in sites 5, 6, 8, something like that, you definitely want to park over here. This would be the easiest way for you to get to your campsite. Right back there in the very back is a maintenance building, but closer up is the horse corral, and you can actually see a horse in there. This is the first time I've been here that I've seen anybody stay in that had a horse. And on this way you will see where people camp over here if they do have horses, or if you have a camper and you want to boondock. This will be a dry camping, no water, electricity, be up this direction. This is the Trailhead Parking if you are backpacking or hiking out of Dog Canyon, and that little information sign right there in the middle, that is the actual trailhead where you leave out from. So the Indian Meadow Nature Loop Trail is here in Dog Canyon. It's a short 3/4 of a mile loop trail. Goes in this meadow just at the base of these mountains here, and ends up right back here. It also connects right over into the tent campground, which is right over there. It is a very pleasant walk, a great thing to do early in the morning or in the evening, and you can get plenty of nature viewing. You're probably going to see some deer out there, and maybe who knows what else, maybe turkey and things like that. So I highly recommend that loop if you are coming to stay here at Dog Canyon. It's really easy. Most people can do it, and it's just a gentle, nice, easy walk. So this is the trailhead, and you can pay your entrance fee of $10 here at this trailhead. That's entrance fee for the park. But if you need a backcountry permit or to reserve backcountry sites, you have to go all the way over to Pine Springs, which is about an 1.5 to 2 hour drive from here. Here's where you can fill your water up. Anybody in the campground can use this, but it's right over near the hiker trailhead. Really beautiful, looking back toward the mountains. And this is all maintenance area over here. Tons of wildflowers. And where this trailer is here, this is the RV sites. I believe they have 4 of them. So they're not big. You don't want to be bringing like your 42-foot fifth wheel or anything, but I think anything under 25, maybe 30 feet. A couple of them may need to be shorter than that. Should fit there.
Well, guys, thanks for watching this tour of the Dog Canyon Campground. If you have any other questions, just leave them in the comments down below and I'll get back to you. Really enjoyed Dog Canyon. Super peaceful and quiet. You're looking for solitude, this is definitely the place to go at Guadalupe Mountains National Park. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll catch you next time.